Good evening, Satish. Welcome to Hyderabad.
Thank you, Arunank. Wonderful to meet you again.
Book Brahma second edition is coming up in this August. Last time I participated. So, how the Book Brahma Literature Festival idea has evolved?
See, it is nothing but a small idea became a big idea. In the first edition, we thought of doing a lit fest. Ideally, we thought of doing it in Canada in the initial stages. Then we thought, why not South Indian languages? Especially, we just wanted to create a vibrant platform for all South Indian languages to come together and be together and converse with each other and discuss and dialogue and grow together. That was the idea of Book Brahma. Again, if you ask me what is the difference between all other big literature festivals happening in India, from Jaipur to Trivandrum, from Bombay to Kolkata. The thing is, in almost all the cases, the major part or major focus will be on English literature or English authors,
Yes.
and especially on a global perspective. But in our case, we are very particular to give an Indian language perspective to the global level. It's a vice versa. It is not from there to here. From here to there, we are trying. That is the main ethos of Book Brahma Literature Festival. I think you are part of the first edition.
Yes.
You actually experienced it, and it was considered as one of the finest lit fests we had in India.
Yes.
And now we are getting ready for the second edition.
In the second, compared to the first edition to the second edition, now Book Brahma has grown much bigger. Like what I'm seeing, and what I'm hearing here and there. This time participation is more, and the publishing from the publisher's point of view and the author's point of view, and readers' footfall will always be there. But when we see it in a publisher point of view, last time Book Brahma did a very interesting thing, the rights table and meeting with the publisher. There was exclusive sessions for the publishers across the South Indian languages. So since all shares the same language, almost the life of the South Indian people are the same. But when it comes to the literature and the literary translation, it's finding a translators are difficult. So everybody wants to translate Telugu literature to other parts of the South Indian languages, on South Indian other language literature to Telugu. But finding translators are difficult. And this may be helpful. Book Brahma certainly will be helpful. But how can this idea of amalgamating the people, publishers, can really come into the picture, or maybe it's so fruitful in the second edition?
I think for South Indian language, this year is a very lucky or the most fulfilling year. This is because we got Booker Prize.
Yes.
That made a huge impact on the South Indian language, and even from a global perspective also. And from across the globe, people started looking about the South Indian languages, especially Indian languages. And I always used to say, and I always say that again and again, the thing is, compared to any other language, the contribution of South Indian language to the world literature is par or above, according to me. I stand with that, my statement. So, from last 2,500 years, from Tamil to Kannada to Malayalam to Telugu, we have given some amazing gems to the world of literature.
Yes.
But the only thing is, all those gems are hidden because they are in South Indian languages. Even the translation between our languages, Kannada, Telugu, or Kannada to Tamil, or Telugu to Tamil, Telugu to Malayalam, Telugu to Kannada, is not happened in a big way.
Yes.
I think now even I think one of the biggest publisher in Telugu got the rights of the Heartland just because of it got a Booker.
Yes.
And like that, one of the biggest publisher in Malayalam and Tamil, they also got the rights and they're publishing it.
Yes.
In the same way, if you compare to last, take only 5 years back, there was not of that give and take is happening. Now, from last 2 years, a lot of give and take is happening. I think you are also a publisher and you are part of this ecosystem, and you know how many titles are getting translated from one language to another. I strongly believe we should not depend on the third language for this translation works, because we are all from the same origin, and we have to make sure that, for example, if one fantastic masterpiece comes in Telugu, that should go directly from Telugu to all three other languages in South India. And Book Brahma is very much focused on creating a pool of translator in each language, in and out both. For example, if 5-10 good young translator, even recently we both found one young translator, her name is Nagini. Like
from
that.
Kannada to Telugu.
Yeah. She can translate from both end, I think, Telugu to Kannada, Kannada to Telugu. We have to create this pool of translators in 4 languages. I think this is the responsibility of the people who are all stakeholders of publishing industry in South. I think all of us are very serious about it. Book Brahma will play a role of in that also.
So when it comes to Kannada and Telugu, like there is much literature happening here and there and there and here. Like we Chaya published many authors from Kannada, and same it's happening, and now it's happening in Kannada. Telugu literature is going out. But when it comes to Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu people are very hard to find a Malayalam to direct Kannada, Malayalam to direct Telugu translation. So therefore, we have to depend on the via language, which is certainly English. Since Booker, we got Booker. But if it is, there are no Kannada to Malayalam translator, or especially when we focus on the young translators, because the medium of expression, or if we found many young translators, they'll sustain in the industry for next 2-3 decades. So this is not happening in all languages. So Book Brahma's main focus on patching up all these South Indian languages. So is there any issues you are taking up in this second
Yes, we patched up the publisher last year.
Yeah,
And almost 80 publishers were there in the first edition of Book Brahma. This year also, there will be more than 80 publishers. Luckily, this year, the major English publishers, they want to take part in it now. So now they got the taste of the
South Indian
language, and they want to be part of this ecosystem, and all from Gurgaon and Delhi, they are landing here. Okay, and it's our responsibility. Again, if you come back to Book Brahma Literature Festival Edition 2, it's going to happen on August 8th, 9th, 10th of 2025, maybe 1 month now onwards. See, compared to last year, this year we will have more verticals and more sessions, and we have replaced almost 90% of the panelists from last edition, and we gave space for the young authors. And also, this is the time we all together has to celebrate, because we got the Booker now.
Yes,
and that is not the end. That we have to make sure that there is a beginning now. We have to push it in such a way that all the good titles from all our 4 languages should reach the global audience. And Book Brahma has a plan for that also. We call it as a modern classics. We want to pick 25 titles from each language, and 100 titles to the English, from English to other world languages. We have a plan for it, and certainly we are going to do that.
but when it seriously, when we look into the literature South Indian has produced, South Indian language has produced, so there was a huge serious literature period in Karnataka as well as in Telugu, Tamil. Like you may take namely Janaki Raman or Sundar Ramaswamy. Even if it comes to Kannada, Srimanahalli, U.R. Ananthamurthy. Telugu, like there are many, and Malayalam also we found many people. But these classics didn't went to the English. So we got Booker because Banu's book went to the English. So apart from translating the Indian languages, as you said, we should focus on collecting the 25 titles. But when it comes to, you know, how literary politics happens in the thing, and Book Brahma might have faced something by not, because the way it works. So how you gonna handle these things?
Nothing to handle here. Whatever you good things you want to do, continue it. Don't worry about stones. Don't worry about flowers. Just do what you want to do, and I'm sure if your intentions are very honest and very focused and without any agendas, people will support you.
But yeah, it is a serious need of literature to go
Yeah.
into the Telugu
Book
and
Brahma is
other
nothing but a bridge between all the languages, and we are facilitating that, we are creating that environment where last year also publisher came, authors came, thought leaders came, readers came. All of them got a free hand to interact with each other. There was no restriction in Book Brahma Lit Fest. People can go and talk to the most celebrated author, and most celebrated author will go and sit with the people and they talk. That's the way we want to continue.
I was there in the first edition, as you said. I don't see Book Brahma just as a literary festival, but Book Brahma celebrated the culture of South Indian languages. There was a Yakshagana, there was a Karnataka Sangeeta, there was Hindustani, and there are different part of South Indian languages or South Indian states art forms are there. So, is it going to be happen in every edition?
See, we all strongly believe that art, literature, and culture are part of a one ecosystem. That ecosystem can create more human beings in this world, and it's our responsibility to maintain it and make it to happen. This year also we are having 8 performances from TM Krishnan to Kathakali. We are having a wonderful sessions in 3 days, 8 sessions. Apart from that, we are having a separate, very well organized and designed Children Lit Fest this time. And there will be extra 2 more, I told you, two more sessions will be there. It's full of fun this time. And there will be art exhibition, there will be music exhibition. A lot of things are happening this year. And last year we had some, especially from Telangana and Andhra, huge number of people came to Lit Fest as delegates. This year also I request all of them to come to Bangalore and enjoy their literary holiday in Bangalore.
One more interesting thing is, like as you said, children's lit fest, Book Brahma, which is on par happening or this thing. But in South Indian language or any other language, the book reading has drastically came down. And when it comes to the children's literature, we are not producing the children's literature in our own languages. So there is a huge gap. From the 90s generation is the last generation which has read whether it may be Chandamama or Amar Chitra Katha, whatever. But in regional languages, we stopped reading because of the English language education, the rampant of the corporatization of education. So children could not able to get time to read.
No, I don't agree that argument. See, children's lost it because the parents lost it.
Yes.
Because you go back to your childhood, I'll go back to my childhood. We used to have at least 10-15 books in our house.
Yes.
And if you go out, for me, there used to be an Yakshagana every night.
Yeah.
For you, there used to be some cultural activity.
We do have Yakshagana. We do
a lot of activities. Now, parents are away from that. The impact is happening on the kids. For example, I do have a granddaughter. Every night she comes back to me and telling me story from her books.
Oh.
She's still around 4 years old. She goes to some Montessori or something. She comes back and she was telling about a mouse and a lion story 3 days back. So that doesn't mean that children are gone away. One thing,
no, it's not children, as you say.
Culture
it's
is
parents.
not
culture. Reading culture has
not
gone.
reading culture. That culture, we used to have that culture. It is not a reading culture, I'll tell you. Traditionally, we used to have a small library at home. Okay, and now there are a lot of distraction, gadgets, OTT, television, mobiles, pads, and everything was there. But earlier also we had distraction. But we used to have at least 100 books in our homes. At least we used to pick 1 or 2 out of them. That's the ratio, I'll tell you. If you have 100 books in your home, you'll only read 5 to 10 books. Not another 90 will be there.
You will be there.
And someone else at your home will read another 10. We better have that, and then we start blaming children. It is not children's problem. It is the problem of the society, and it is a problem of parents. They are forgetting it, and the impact, if you continue this, the impact will be huge impact on the coming generation.
Thank you.
Pleasure. It's always pleasure talking to you, and I'm sure you will be in Bangalore
Second-
on August 8th, 9th, and
10th.
10th. Please, you all come to Bangalore and be with us in Book Brahma Literature Festival 2025. Thank you so much.
బుక్ బ్రహ్మ దక్షిణాది భారతీయ భాషల్ని ఒక ఉత్సవంలాగా చేస్తున్న లిటరేచర్ ఫెస్టివల్. దక్షిణాది భాషల్లో ఉన్న సాహితీవేత్తల్ని, రచయితల్ని, పాఠకుల్ని, ప్రచురణకర్తల్ని ఒక వేదిక మీదకి తీసుకొచ్చే ప్రయత్నమే బుక్ బ్రహ్మ. సతీష్ చెప్పరికే బుక్ బ్రహ్మ ఫౌండర్ గాను, డైరెక్టర్ గాను, ఆ లిటరేచర్ ఫెస్టివల్ డైరెక్టర్ గాను వ్యవహరిస్తున్నారు. తను ఇవాళ హైదరాబాద్కి ఒక కార్యక్రమం నిమిత్తం వచ్చిన సందర్భంగా 3TV తన ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఈ బుక్ బ్రహ్మ లిటరేచర్ ఫెస్ట్ ఆగస్టు 8, 9, 10 తేదీలో జరిగే ఈ ఫెస్ట్కి సంబంధించి ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయమని అడిగింది. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన సతీష్ చపరికకి, 3TV యాజమాన్యానికి, 3TV ప్రేక్షకులకు ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ, సాహిత్యాన్ని విరివిరిగా చదవడం అనేది మనలో ఇప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి జ్ఞానతృష్టను ఒక రకంగా తీర్చుకోవడము, మనలో ఉన్నటువంటి కుంచుకుపోయినటువంటి భావాల్ని సీరియస్గా సాహిత్యం మనల్ని ఎన్లైట్ చేస్తుంది. ఆ వైపుగా సాహిత్యం చదవండి. బెంగళూరుకి రాగలిగిన వాళ్ళు, అక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు, తెలుగు వాళ్ళందరూ అక్కడికి రండి. అక్కడ తెలుగు బుక్ స్టాల్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. తెలుగు రచయితలు వస్తారు. దక్షిణాది భాషల్లో ఉండే రచయితలు, అట్లే ఇంగ్లీష్ పుస్తక ప్రచురణ సంస్థలు, దక్షిణాది భాషా ప్రచురణ సంస్థలు వస్తారు. అక్కడికి రండి, రచయితల్ని కలవండి, వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడండి, పుస్తకాలు తీసుకోండి, చదవండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you so much.